RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Macias Insurance Agency, your local independent insurance agent. Andy's Auto Body, Tire, and Auto Service and Sales. Auto Butler Car Wash and Express Lube, located at 1706 Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Roper's Regal Beagle, the Metro-East's premier sports bar and grill. Shell Community Federal Credit Union, the one place to go for all your banking needs. Liberty Bank, bank local, bank Liberty. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all of your protection under one roof. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. 4204 Main Street Brewing Company, locally brewed craft beer and the area's best 100% certified Angus steaks and burgers. Calc Institute of Technology, your future, your success. C&B Bank and Trust, Illinois' oldest bank.
Explorers will receive the opening kick as the Knights have the ball teed at their own 40-yard line, and we are set for action. Prairie State Conference action. Senior night for the Marquette Explorers, our final home game of the regular season. And Diavion Peebles will return for the Explorers from his own 12, out across the 20 to the 25 to the 30, puts on a move, crosses the 35, and pounds his way out to the 36-yard line. And that's where the Explorer offense will start, 1st and 10. So a nice return by Peebles. He took it from his 12 out to the 36, and the Explorer offense sets up shop right there.
Sam, Peebles has been, he has had a great year. He has been elusive. He's really come on strong.
So the Explorers start in their spread offense. 2 receivers to each side of the field.
And now whistles and flags before the first snap. And we've got an offside against Metro-East Lutheran, a 5-yard walk-off. And that's an inauspicious start. So the 5-yard walk-off against the Knights. And it's 1st and 5 Explorers from their own 41. Trey Aguirre, the senior quarterback, takes the snap, 3-step drop. And he lets it go deep down the left sideline. Intended for Simmons. He gets him in stride. 25, 20, 15, all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Aguirre to Simmons, a senior-to-senior connection. They put Simmons down at the 9. And a big gainer on the first play from scrimmage.
That was a tremendous throw. Trey had plenty of time, and he led Jesse Simmons very well. Jesse has great hands. Just a tremendous catch and a run after the catch.
A 50-yard completion from their own 41 down to the Knight 9-yard line. 1st and goal for the Explorers right there. Aguirre again with 2 receivers to each side of the field, and the give to Peebles off tackle left. Peebles to the 5. Peebles to the pylon and out of bounds at the 1-yard line. An 8-yard gain for Diavion Peebles as he just followed the left side of the line across the line of scrimmage and tried to make it to that pylon. They're going to put, let's see where they put it down. They're going to put it down at the 2. So it was a 7-yard pickup for Peebles.
Peebles went around Brady McAfee, who made a good block on that left side.
2nd and goal Explorers at the 2 of Metro-East Lutheran. 3 receivers to the right side and a quick slant to the left of Brady McAfee. That's a touchdown, a 2-yard touchdown pass from Aguirre to McAfee, and the Explorers are on the board. It was a 59-yard drive in just 3 plays.
Actually, Sam, that was Jesse Simmons.
It was Simmons, okay. 12 and 32 sometimes look alike. So again, it was a senior-to-senior connection. It was Aguirre to Simmons for the 2-yard touchdown. And now the extra point attempt. Off the toe of Liam Maher. It's up high, long, and it's good. 11:21 remaining here in the first quarter. It didn't take the Explorers long. 39 seconds to go. Actually, it was not a 59-yard drive, but a 64-yard drive. A 64-yard touchdown drive in 3 plays, and the 2 key plays. Connections from Trey Aguirre to Jesse Simmons. A 50-yard completion, then a 2-yard completion for the touchdown. The Explorers lead it 7-0. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
It's the final play of the game. Down by 4, Andes will need to score to win it. The quarterback lines up. Ball is snapped. It's a handoff. He breaks outside of the tackle. He's got daylight. He could go all the way. Touchdown! Andes wins.
You too can score a touchdown at Andes Auto Sales.
Check out the all-star lineup at Andes Auto Sales today.
Explorers set to kick it away, leading 7-0. Just 39 seconds in after a 64-yard touchdown drive, and Mayhair drives it 1 yard deep into the end zone. No return. That's an automatic touchback. And the Knights, 0-7 on the season, will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. They've got a freshman quarterback. They've got a freshman running back. They've got a lot of freshmen playing this year, and it's a rebuilding program after having difficulty fielding enough players last year and then entering into the co-op arrangement with Madison High School.
Sam, the special teams of Marquette is very, it's got such a huge advantage with Liam Mayhair. He just kicked the ball into the end zone.
Now here's a pitch back and a running play to the right side for the Knights, and it loses 4 or 5 yards. On the carry for Metro-East Lutheran, number 8, Javion Wilson, and Wilson thrown for a 4-yard loss as before he could even get it turned upfield, the Explorers were there to shut it down. So it's 2nd and 14 Knights from their own 16-yard line.
That was Brian Nagy who made that tackle, knocked him out of bounds.
Receivers left and right. Under center, they take the snap and pitch it back, and there's a fumble. The ball on the ground, they pick it right back up, and then another tackle for a loss by the Explorers is that time on the carry for the Knights, and they're getting a lot of people in there. It looked like it might have been Watson, number 28, Jerry Watson Jr., and a loss of 6 on that play makes it 3rd and 20.
Yeah, that was Sam Stem, who really he held up the line. Sam is just a hard-nosed kid.
So now 3rd down, 3rd and 20 for the Metro-East Lutheran Knights from their own 10-yard line. And here's a handoff right up the middle and some running room there. A gain of 4, 5, maybe 6 yards on the carry. The running back that time, let's see if we can pick up the number. That's number 32, Malik Allen. And Allen picked up 7 on the carry, but it still brings about 3rd and 13 for the Knights.
Brady McAfee made a good tackle.
And so now, punt formation for Malik Allen. He stands back at his own 5-yard line. Back deep to receive for the Explorers, Jesse Simmons along with Diavion Peebles. They stand at the Metro-East Lutheran 45-yard line, and now a delay of game call against the Knights, their second penalty of the night. That'll be a 5-yard walk-off. They didn't start the freshman quarterback tonight. Last week, Damian James played quite a bit for the Knights in their game, but looks like it was Caleb Jones in there for that first series, and he's a sophomore, so nonetheless, they're young either way. And now Allen will stand at his own goal line awaiting this snap. It's a high snap, but he gets the kick away, and Simmons will watch it hit and get away from it as it rolls dead at the Knight 42-yard line, and the Explorer offense, which went 64 yards on 3 plays on Marquette's first possession, will start 1st and 10 right there at the Knight 42-yard line.
Sam, Marquette's going to have great field position again. It's going to be tough to stop this train. And I feel for these kids from Metro-East Lutheran, but Marquette is geared up tonight.
Receivers left and right for Marquette, a pair of receivers to each side of the field as they're in their spread offense. Aguirre in the pistol formation with Peebles to his right. 1st and 10 Explorers at the Knight 42-yard line. Quick pass out to the left side to Jesse Simmons. Puts on a move at the 30, at the 25, and thrown head over heels down at the 22-yard line. But a gain of 20 on that connection from Aguirre to Simmons, and they're red hot tonight.
Yeah, Simmons just made a really good move to pick up an additional 15 yards. Kid's a spark plug.
First and 10. That's the third first down of the night for the Explorers. First and 10 at the 22 of the Knights. Again, 2 receivers to each side of the field. And back to throw Aguirre, looking deep down the right middle, and he's got a man open and overthrew him. It was Jeremy Strable, and Aguirre put just a little bit too much mustard on that one, or Strable was going to catch it. He was wide open in the end zone, just went right down the middle.
Yeah, Jeremy ran a really good route there. Unfortunately, Trey just overthrew him slightly.
Aguirre has completed 3 passes, all 3 completions, targeting Jesse Simmons. That time he targeted Strable. Strable was open. The play was there. But Aguirre put just a little bit too much on it. Second and 10 Explorers at the 22 of the Knights. They put a man in motion to the left side, and they run the option to the left side. Aguirre with Brady McAfee as the trail back. But Aguirre keeps it himself and takes it down to the 14-yard line, where he's knocked, well, they're going to say he stepped out just shy of the 15-yard line. So a gain of about 6 on that carry for Trey Aguirre brings about 3rd and 4 for the Explorers.
That offensive line is doing a good job so far, Sam.
2 receivers to each side of the field. Again, Aguirre in the pistol formation. On 3rd and 4 at the 16 of the Knights. Back to throw. Aguirre wanted to swing it to Peebles. Now he finds a man downfield, and he's got Brian Nagy down at the 5-yard line for a first down. A gain of 11 on that completion from Aguirre to Nagy, and another first down for Marquette, their 4th of the night.
Marquette's offensive line is just giving him plenty of time, and he's able to pick Metro-East Lutheran apart.
The play he wanted was covered. He wanted to swing it out to Peebles. Actually, a gain of 10 there as they marked the ball at the 6-yard line. And so when Peebles was covered, as you said, Matt, he had plenty of time, and he waited for Nagy to clear his route and hit him on an out downfield. First and goal, Explorers at the 6. Aguirre back to throw, pass to the left side. He's got Simmons. Jesse Simmons steps into the end zone for the touchdown, his 2nd of the night, and the Explorers lead it 13-0.
Metro-East Lutheran had a little pressure coming at him. Kyle Johnson, a junior, was putting pressure on Trey Aguirre, but Trey was able to get that ball off just in time.
Simmons now 4 catches for 78 yards and 2 touchdowns. Aguirre 5 of 6 for 88 yards and 2 touchdowns. And now the extra point attempt by Liam Maher is no good. And so, with 8:56 remaining here in the first quarter, the score now is Marquette 13, Metro-East Lutheran nothing. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
All right, sir, we finished all the services on your car. They'll take it over for your complimentary car wash, and they'll call you when it's ready.
Maher may get a workout tonight. He's kicking off once again, and this time he drives it deep down the middle, and it will be returned from the 9, out across the 15 to the 20, to the 25, and out near the 29-yard line goes number 36, and he's not on the roster. So
that was a good run. He went up that left side, and he was able to get probably an extra 7 to 8 yards on his own.
So the Knights, who went 3 and out on their first possession, start this time in better field position. They started at their own 20 last time. They start at the 29. And I believe the quarterback is Caleb Jones. I think it's 15. Although now they set up in a wildcat formation, and everybody moved except the center. He didn't snap the ball. So the third penalty of the night against the Knights moves them 5 back, and they're going to start 1st and 15 from their own 24.
Jawan Wilson, a freshman, is leading the quarterback attack as they are, as you mentioned, in the wildcat formation.
They're in the wildcat, and they're not really using a quarterback. So Wilson lines up in what looks like the shotgun formation, but it's just a wildcat. And here's Wilson hemmed in on the left side, tries to reverse his field, gives ground all the way back to the 10, and manages to get back up to the 12 or 13-yard line. But that'll be a big loss, and he made a bad mistake. That play was designed to go to the left, and when he found a wall of explorers, he decided, well, I'm going to reverse my field and go the other way, and just kept giving ground, and ended up losing yardage all the way back to the 14-yard line. That was a 10-yard loss.
Yeah, this defensive line for Marquette is playing solid. They're holding, and they're keeping their position.
So 2nd and forever, and here's another running play out to the right side, and that's at number 36, who's not on the roster. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no further before he's thrown out of bounds. And so now it's 3rd and, about 25. 3rd and 25 for the Knights. And they're shuttling a lot of different personnel in there, moving people around, setting up differently than they did the first time. Now they've got a quarterback under center, and that is Caleb Jones. Jones, a sophomore. So they go out of that wildcat formation, and he hands it to the up back, and the up back, the fullback gains a couple out across the 15 to the 16-yard line on just a dive play.
Yeah, that was number 32, Malik Allen, who's a senior.
Allen actually picked up 3 on that carry. And it brings about 4th and about 22 for the Knights. And again, Allen will go back in punt formation. He stands at his own 5-yard line awaiting the snap. Simmons and Peebles back. They nearly block it, and they might have gotten a piece of it. And it's going to be Peebles returning from the 44, inside the 40, down to the 35-yard line. And as he tried to break a tackle, he tripped over one of his own men. And the Explorers, once again, will have great field position. And for a moment, it looked like Peebles had an opening and might break it.
Yeah, he tried to take it to the right, and Josh Johnson, a junior, really plugged the gap and made a very good tackle. And as you mentioned, had he not tackled, he could have gone all the way.
So they put the football down at the 37 of the Knights. 2 receivers to each side of the field. Peebles in the backfield with Aguirre, who sets up in the pistol formation. Simmons, Aguirre's favorite target here tonight on senior night, sets up here on the near side. Back to pass, Aguirre. He's got some time. Now he rolls out to his left, being chased, and he's going to take off with it. And is run out of bounds for little or no gain on the play. It'll be no gain as he steps out right at the line of scrimmage, the 37-yard line.
Sam, I was focused on that offensive line, and a very good block was just made by Connor Morsey, number 63, junior for Marquette.
2nd down and 10, Explorers, leading 13-0, not quite midway through the first quarter. Receivers left and right, trips to the right. Simmons, the lone receiver, to the left on 2nd and 10 at the Knight 37-yard line. And here's the give to Peebles, off tackle right, bounces it outside to the right side, on his feet at the 30, at the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Diavion Peebles. A 37-yard touchdown run by Peebles, and once he turned that right corner, he turned on the Jets, and he was gone.
Sam, that offensive line it's setting up these huge holes. Again, Connor Morsey made a tremendous block. Connor made a tremendous block there. Peebles found it and just went right and went all the way in.
So the Explorers, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns, 6 first downs on the night. Now Liam Maher will attempt to add the extra point. Out of the hold of Aguirre, the kick up high, long, and this time it's good. 6:56 remaining here in the first quarter. The score now, Marquette 19, Metro-East Lutheran nothing. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Calc Institute of Technology is working for you with career programs for today's jobs. As a career student, you can expect a welcoming atmosphere with exceptional personal service, small classes with one-on-one attention, a set class schedule, and short-term programs that will get you into the workforce quickly. Calc has 2 locations for your convenience located in both Alton and Fairview Heights. For more information, visit Calc online at www.calc.edu.
With Matt Hofert, Sam Stem back at Public School Stadium. Marquette 19-0 over Metro-East Lutheran. Liam Mayer, again, pounds it into the end zone on the kickoff. An automatic touchback, 1st and 10 Knights from their own 20-yard line. And Matt, based upon what we've seen from them before, I think their best play is the dive play. They might want to just line up and hand it to the fullback and see if they can get a couple yards on each play, and maybe he'll break a tackle. But every time they've tried to go wide, Marquette has just totally hemmed them in.
Yeah, Marquette is playing a very good game. They're not giving Metro-East Lutheran any opportunities, but you got to give it to these guys. They've got 17 players on the roster, and they're giving it their all.
Receivers left and right. And they do have the quarterback under center once again. That's Caleb Jones. And Jones takes the snap and gives the handoff straight up the gut, and the running back thrown back after a short gain, if any gain at all. As they did just try a straight ahead handoff, and it was Malik Allen once again. Allen, no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10. So that the middle of that Explorer defense was there.
Yeah, Brady McAfee really helped plug the gap along with Will Hurst.
2nd down for the Knights, 2nd and 10 from their own 20. A snap and a pitch back to the right side, and they try to sweep the right side, and there was an opening there, and the running back stepped through it. That's number 36, who's not on our roster, and he picked up 3 on the carry, so that was a well-executed play by the Knights, despite the fact the Explorers had pursuit. The Knights got a couple blocks on those Explorer defenders and a 3-yard pickup by the running back.
Yeah, a great tackle there by one of the 5 Marquette seniors, James Jernigan.
So third and nearly 7 for the Knights, just shy of their own 24-yard line. Again, Caleb Jones under center with receivers left and right, the backs in the eye behind him. On the 3rd down play, the Knights looking for their first down, and here's a pass out to the right side, and he's got his man, the completion out near the 30-yard line. The Brett Masters made the reception, and he bobbled the football. If he had caught it cleanly, he'd had a 1st down, but because he bobbled it, he had to kind of come back for it. And he was brought down at the 29-yard line, and it's going to be 4th and 1 for the Knights.
Yeah, Sam, he was across that 30-yard line when he had initially touched that ball, but as you mentioned, he did bobble it, and by the time he took possession, he was at the 29.
So a 6-yard pickup on that completion. That was their first pass attempt of the night. Now the Knights want a timeout to determine what to do on 4th and 1. 5:36 remaining in the first quarter. The score, Marquette 20, Metro-East Lutheran nothing. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
You tuned into the game for great local sports entertainment. But where do you turn for quality local banking services? Take advantage of the full range of products and services that are provided by local people at CNB Bank and Trust. CNB Bank and Trust, a real community bank, locally owned and reinvesting your deposits right back into the local communities. Your local CNB Bank and Trust, Illinois' oldest bank, established 1854, member FDIC. Now, back to the game.
After the night timeout, 4th and 1 Metro-East Lutheran from their own 29-yard line, and they bring the offense back out onto the field. And Caleb Jones under center from his own 29-yard line. Here is the give to the fullback, and he tries to push the pile, but he won't. And the Explorers come away with the football, and going back the other way to the 15-yard line for Marquette, James Malone. So as the running back, Malik Allen, tried to fight for the 1st down, the Explorers just stripped him of the football, and Malone came away with it and returned it back to about the 13-yard line.
When they tried to go up the middle, Sam, they had about 5 explorers that had blocked, and there was no hole, and Malone grabbed that ball and just took off.
Big James Malone, number 60. A sophomore, 5'10", 230. Now on the first down play, Simmons in the end zone has the pass from Aguirre for the touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown pass. Aguirre to Simmons, their third touchdown connection here in the first quarter, and Marquette is on the board again, and that didn't take long.
No, it didn't. You can tell these kids have been playing. This is week 8, and compared to when they played against CM on week 1, Trey is throwing the ball well. He's throwing it, and he's crisp. Jesse Simmons is making some great patterns, and they're doing well.
Now Maher's extra point attempt is up and good, and with 5:24 remaining in the first quarter, the score now, Marquette 24, Metro-East Lutheran nothing. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Set, hit. Protection! Can anyone over there give me protection? Danny Holt. Put me in, coach. I can offer protection. Set, hit. Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Kicks it away, and this time it's a high short kick returned by Allen for the Knights out across the 25 to about the 29 or 30-yard line. And Metro-East Lutheran, which has yet to post a first down, will start 1st and 10 right there. I misstated the score. I said earlier it was 24-0. It's actually 27-0. And the Knights offense back out onto the field to start 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Marquette with 7 first downs. Aguirre has completed 6 of 7 passes for 101 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jesse Simmons has caught 5 of those passes for 101 yards and all 3 touchdown receptions. The other touchdown, a run by Peebles. 1st and 10 Knights. Here's Caleb Jones. Here's the handoff. And the running back tried to find running room to the right side, and he's thrown for a loss of 4 or 5 yards. There just wasn't any running room out there. Javion Wilson, a freshman, and he made a freshman mistake. They handed him the football, and instead of going where the play was designed to go, he thought, well, that doesn't look very good. I'll start out here to the right, and there wasn't anything to the right either, and by the time he made his mind up where he was going, he lost 4 yards.
Yeah, he hesitated, and when you hesitate, especially with this Marquette defense, the way they're playing, they're going to smother you.
Wilson, 2 carries for -8. 2nd and 14 Knights from their own 25-yard line. Well, on that last possession, they very nearly got a first down, tried to convert on 4th down and turned it over. Pass down the middle and off the fingertips of the intended receiver. Out there it was Kendall Kennedy, and Kennedy out at the 45-yard line very nearly made a big reception. Kennedy is a big kid. We don't have sizes, but he's one of the taller players on the field. And he went high and very nearly brought it down out at the 45, but it fell incomplete.
Yeah, it was a good throw, a little high, but Kennedy, who's a freshman, almost made an acrobatic play there.
I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't play basketball for him too, as tall as he is. Now 3rd and 14 Knights, and back to throw. Jones down the middle again, intended for Kennedy, and that time it missed everybody as Jones was under heavy pressure and had to throw it sooner than he wanted to. And Kennedy hadn't been able to come out of his break, and the pass landed incomplete.
Brady McAfee brought on a lot of pressure on that play, and he was close to sacking that quarterback.
Malik Allen will stand in punt formation for the Knights back at his own 14-yard line. Peebles and Simmons out near midfield to return the kick. Heavy rush, and the kick is away, and it's a good one. Peebles has to go back to his 35, and he'll return from there to the 40. To the 45, a flag is thrown. He's across midfield, still on his feet at the 45 and tackled from behind at the 40-yard line, but that's going to be likely a clip against Marquette, and if so, it'll set them back deeper in their territory than they've been all evening.
That was Kendall Kennedy who made that tackle, Sam. Again, that freshman who doubles as a tight end on offense, and he made a very good tackle, but it appears, as you mentioned, they're coming back.
That'll be Marquette's first penalty of the night. The flag lies just outside the Explorer 45-yard line, so they'll walk off the yardage here. It'll be a 15-yard walk-off, a 10-yard walk-off. They'll call it a hold, not a clip. Holding Explorers, and they'll start 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. So Marquette once again with their spread offense out there, 2 receivers to each side of the field. Aguirre takes the snap, 3-step drop, looking out to his left. He wants Simmons deep down the left side, and he underthrows that one, but Simmons grabs it anyway. Now he fumbles the football, and the Knights are on it at their own 26-yard line. So Simmons did a great job to come back and catch an underthrown pass. Then when he tried to turn it upfield, he was hit and coughed the football up, and the Knights take over on the turnover.
Yeah, Jesse Simmons made a very good play there. Unfortunately, he coughed that ball up. It was a good tackle by Metro-East Lutheran.
37 yards on the completion from Aguirre to Simmons. And now the Knights will start 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. That's the Explorers' first turnover of the night. The turnovers are even at 1 apiece. And the Knights from their own 26, here's Jones, and there is the give to Wilson. Wilson trying to find running room to the right side is thrown down for no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
James Malone made a very good tackle. Again, he plugged the gap and didn't allow their running back from Metro-East Lutheran to make any yardage. It looks as though it is 2nd and 10. He might have gained a half a yard, Sam.
The Knights still looking for their first down. The Explorers got a first down on that last play after the 38-yard completion, but then the turnover. And the Knights now with a pass out to the left side, and that's incomplete. And that time, that's another player on the roster that we don't have the number for. That was number 19 as he threw a pass out to the left side, and that fell incomplete. And it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Knights. We've still got 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. It's been a long quarter, but that's because the Explorers have put so many points on the board. Marquette now with 5 possessions and 4 touchdowns and a turnover. So on the 3rd down play, they've got a wing to the right, a receiver to the left, and the backs in the I formation behind Caleb Jones. And there is the give, and nothing doing as Malik Wilson tried to take it up the middle, and there was no running room there whatsoever.
I didn't understand that, Sam. I thought with the distance they needed to go, and Metro-East Lutheran, they've been throwing the ball, and their receivers are open. But they're trying to force that ball up the middle, and there's no room.
So Malik Allen now, again to punt. He's had a heavy pressure each time, and the last time he got a dandy punt away, despite the heavy rush by the Explorers. And now whistles and flags with the snap. And that's going to be offside against the Explorers. So it'll turn 4th and 11 into 4th and 6. So Marquette jumped that time trying to come. And I think they're intent on blocking the punt one of these times. Peebles is the lone return man, standing back near his own 40-yard line. Now here comes Simmons dropping back as well. And Allen gets the kick away, and this will Peebles returning from his own 35. Gets a block from Simmons to the 40, down the right sideline, to midfield, to the 45, to the 40, still on his feet, inside the 35, down to about the 34-yard line. D'Avion Peebles, and boy, he's fun to watch. He's got some wheels.
He does have some wheels. And he had that opening on the right side. He had some great blocks.
Down to 1:56 remaining here in the first quarter. Marquette leading at 27-0. And the Explorers break the huddle. Their 6th possession here in the first quarter. Sometimes you don't get 6 possessions in a half. And this time they go with a tighter formation with a couple of receivers in tight, back to throw, and it's a swing pass out to Peebles to the 40, puts on a move at the 35, now cuts it back inside at the 30, down to the 29-yard line. He did a lot of running to pick up 5 yards, but it was a thing of beauty.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go left. He had a great block by Brian Nagy on the left side, and he decided to take it back up the middle.
2nd down and 5, Explorers at the 29 of the Knights. Marquette leading at 27-0, late first quarter. It's senior night here at Public School Stadium. And now they go with their wedge formation, but they're going to throw out of it. Aguirre to the left side. He's got his man on his feet. Brady McAfee into the end zone for the touchdown. A 29-yard touchdown pass from Aguirre to Brady McAfee, and the Explorers are on the board once again.
Sam, that was another great throw by Trey Aguirre. He has improved every game this year, and you can tell he's crisp. He's very confident of his throwing ability, and they're giving him the opportunity to pass the ball tonight.
The 4th touchdown pass of the first quarter by Trey Aguirre. Brady McAfee's first reception of the night. The extra point attempt by Mayer, up high, long, and good. 1:07 remaining in the first quarter, and the score now is Marquette 34, Metro-East Lutheran nothing. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Remaining here in the first quarter. And Maher, I tell you, his right leg's going to fall off before this night's over. He pounds it into the end zone, another automatic touchback, and once again the Knights will start 1st and 10 from their own 20, and now you see some of the Knights walking on and off the field with their heads down, not much jump in their step. It's tough when you're 0-7 and you come in and, you know, when you're young and optimistic, you just know this is going to be your night. And before the first quarter is over, it's already 34-0, but not much you can do but keep going out there.
Yeah, it's hard to compete when you, especially with the number, the sheer number of players that Metro-East Lutheran has compared to Marquette's.
1st and 10 Knights. They send 2 receivers to each side of the field. And Jones in the pistol formation turns and hands it to Allen. He tries to find running room out to the right side, and he's got some. He's out to the 30 to the 34-yard line. And look out, that guy's dangerous. You give him an opening, and he's going to take it, Malik Allen, and he's got some speed and he's got some size. And a 14-yard pickup, their biggest of the night and their first down of the night.
Yeah, he did a lot of that on his own, Sam. That was pure speed. He's a strong kid. And Brian Nagy made a very good tackle to stop him, or he could have gained another 20 or 30 yards.
1st and 10 Knights from their own 34-yard line. Receivers left and right. This time Jones under center. Takes the snap and pitches it back, and here's Allen trying to sweep to left side. He finds an opening over there as well and pounds his way out to the 39-yard line. A pickup of 5 on that carry for Malik Allen.
Yeah, they're trying to find room on that outside. They're trying to utilize their speed. Metro-East Lutheran does have some speed, and the last 2 plays, they've demonstrated that.
Well, they've gained 20 yards in the last 2 plays, and that was more offense than they'd had for the bulk of the first quarter. And the first quarter now ticks to a conclusion. The final countdown. And at the end of 12 minutes of action here at Public School Stadium in Alton on senior night for the Explorers, it's Marquette 34, Metro-East Lutheran nothing. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Start the second quarter, 2nd and 5 Knights from their own 39-yard line. Receivers left and right. And here is the handoff. The ball is fumbled. It's on the ground. A big pile up. And who's got it at the 30 of the Knights? As they tried to give the delay handoff to the running back, he couldn't quite get a grasp of it. It hit the ground, and then a big pile up, and the Knights covered it, but not until they lose 9 yards on the play.
Yeah, Malik Allen, the senior from Metro-East Lutheran, was able to retrieve that ball.
He's the one that fumbled it. Good for him.
Yeah, well,
when you fumble it, you ought to have the first shot at recovering it. 2 receivers to each side of the field for the Knights. Caleb Jones in the pistol formation. High snap, pulls it down, sets, and lets it go deep down the left side, and it's intercepted. Intercepted for Marquette. Coming down with the football. Who is that? I can't. Who is it? Number 6 it is. And that's Trayvon Swingler. He's a freshman. And he made a dandy play to intercept that one as he went high in the air and pulled it down. And so the freshman Swingler with the interception for Marquette.
Yeah, Swingler really made a good play there. He actually came down pretty hard, so for him to hold on to that ball was impressive.
The second turnover of the night for the Knights. 1st and 10 Explorers from their own 46-yard line. 2 receivers to each side of the field. Quick pass out to the right side. And there's Jeremy Strable sprinting down the right sideline at the 35 of the Knights and bumped out of bounds down near the 30, down near the 28-yard line. And a big gainer there, due mostly in part to the speed of Jeremy Strable and a pickup of 28 yards.
Yeah, James Jernigan made a very good block there, and Strable was able to capitalize on that.
Now 200 yards passing unofficially for Aguirre. He drops to throw again. Quick out to the right side, and a mix-up between Aguirre and the intended receiver. It hits a Knight right in the hands, and he can't pull it down. Aguirre was trying to hit James Jernigan, who doesn't see a lot of action as a wide receiver, but Jernigan's a senior, and they wanted to give him a shot at a reception, but he and Aguirre didn't have the same route in mind.
No, that came down between 2 Metro-East players, and they could have easily intercepted that ball.
2nd and 10 Explorers at the Knights' 28-yard line. Again, receivers left and right. Aguirre takes the snap. Throws once again, a swing pass out to Peebles, left sideline. Peebles still on his feet at the 20, down to the 15-yard line, breaks a tackle, takes it down to the 12-yard line. Diavian Peebles picks up 16, most of it on his own. 216 yards passing for Aguirre.
Sam, they're trying to arm tackle, and they just can't. You can't bring a kid like Peebles down with an arm tackle. You got to hit him. You've got to hit him low.
1st and 10 Explorers at the Knights' 13-yard line. 10 first downs for the Explorers. Aguirre, 3-step drop, looking out to his right, swings it out to Peebles and overlet him just a little bit. Aguirre was under heavy pressure and just tried to loop it out there to Peebles. If Peebles had caught it, he would have walked into the end zone. as they sent a lot of pressure at Aguirre, and he did the right thing. He got rid of the football.
Yeah, I think that was somewhat intentional of allowing those players to come in. Trey threw that ball, just missed Peebles. He would have had an open field to the end zone.
2nd and 10 Explorers at the Knight 13-yard line. Trips to the right. Simmons, the lone receiver, to the left. And here's the give to Peebles right up the middle, kicks it outside to the left side to the 10. Still on his feet at the 8, inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line. Diavion Peebles, and again, twice he looked like he was going to be down, and he just kept those legs churning, broke tackles, and is going to be very close to a first down. I think he's going to be just shy, and it's going to be third. No, it is a first down. It is a first down. It's 1st and goal at the 3.
Yeah, Sam, again, that Peebles, he's 5'5", 135 sophomore. You have to hit him low.
1st and goal Marquette at the Metro-East Lutheran 3-yard line. A man in motion to the left side, and they hand it to Peebles, and he is hit in the backfield and thrown for a loss. Well, a big defensive play there by one of the linemen for the Knights. And it's a 7-yard loss all the way back to the 10-yard line.
77, Kendon Griggs, a junior, made that tackle, and he held on. That was a good tackle.
2nd down and goal Explorers at the Knight 10-yard line. 2 receivers to each side of the field, but they're in close to the football, and back to throw is Aguirre. Quick out to the left side. He's got his man Brady McAfee. He's in for the touchdown. Brady McAfee with his 2nd touchdown reception of the night, and the Explorers once again are on the board. They have scored a touchdown on every possession except one, and on that possession they fumbled the football. This time a 10-yard pass from Aguirre to McAfee, and that is the 5th touchdown pass by Aguirre tonight.
This offensive line is just, it's playing an excellent game. They're giving Trey Aguirre plenty of time, and he took his time and made a very good pass.
Brady McAfee, 2 receptions for 39 yards, both of them touchdown receptions. Liam Maher adds the extra point, and the Explorers extend their lead with 9:02 remaining in the first half. The score now is Marquette 41, Metro-East Lutheran nothing. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
You tuned into the game for great local sports entertainment. But where do you turn for quality local banking services? Take advantage of the full range of products and services that are provided by local people at CNB Bank and Trust. CNB Bank and Trust, a real community bank, locally owned and reinvesting your deposits right back into the local communities. Your local CNB Bank and Trust, Illinois' oldest bank, established 1854. Member FDIC. Now, back to the game.
Another Liam Maher kickoff. The run up and the kick, and he drills a line drive right down the middle, 2 yards deep into the end zone. Another automatic touchback. And again, the Knights will send their offense out onto the field. So Marquette with 6 touchdowns in less than 15 minutes of action.
They're all getting a workout tonight, Sam. Liam Maher, again, he's going to have a sore leg tomorrow. Trey Aguirre is going to have a sore arm tomorrow, but they're going to have some enjoyment. Again, it's 41-0 now. I don't know where this thing's going to lead to.
Receivers left and right for the Knights. And Caleb Jones sets up this time in the pistol formation, takes a snap and gives it a delayed handoff to Malik Allen. And Allen on his feet, one man to beat, still going out across the 35. What a run all the way out to the 38-yard line, and a pickup of 18 on that carry for the Knights running back, Malik Allen.
Yeah, Trayvon Swingler made that tackle for Marquette, the 5'9" freshman. Or it could have gone a lot further.
Well, they put it down at the 37. That's the second first down here in the first half for the Knights. And now They send receivers left and right. Jones again in the under center this time with the backs in the eye behind him. 1st and 10 Knights from their own 37-yard line. They have not crossed midfield. Here's a pitch back and a running play to the left side. And the running back number 36, who's not on the roster, thrown for a loss of about 4 on the play back to the 33-yard line. And he just never really got started. And by the time he did, he tried to get around the left side, and the Explorer pursuit was just way too quick.
Yeah, Xavier Jones, a 5'8 junior for Marquette, was able to get in that backfield, and for a 4-yard loss, it was a really good tackle as well.
2nd down and 14 Knights from their own 33. Again, they send 2 receivers to each side of the field. And here is the give to the tailback. That's Allen, and Allen crosses the 35, takes it out to about the 36, maybe the 37-yard line. It is a gain of 4, and it's going to be 3rd and 10.
That handoff is just a little slow, Sam, and that hesitation is allowing Marquette's defenders to get into that backfield.
The clock rolling with 7:25 remaining in the first half. Marquette leading at 41-0. It's senior night. Marquette in their home blues, blue jerseys, blue pants, and they're all wearing pink socks. Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October, and the Explorers showing their support for breast cancer research by wearing the pink socks here tonight. Back to throw. Caleb Jones rolling to his left. Wanted to throw, now sidesteps a tackler, wants to take off running, and about 3 Explorers lift him off the ground. Somebody came away with the football for Marquette, but they say, no, it was after the whistle. That was Will Hurst who had the football. But instead, it's going to be a sack and a loss of 5 on the play and bring about 4th and 15.
Yeah, that sack was led by Sam Stem. Sam has really had a great year. Again, he's a hard-nosed kid. He's a great tackler, and he pinned him down.
Sam, 5'10", 225. He's a junior. There's the punt by the Knights, and Simmons will pick it up at his own 40. Down the right sideline he goes across midfield, still on his feet at the 40, at the 30, and spun out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. The Knights thought that Simmons was going to let that roll dead, and at the last moment he picked it up at his own 40 and just sprinted down the right sideline. Finally, they got a hand on him at the 30, and he powered his way down to the 25-yard line before being spun down, and the Explorers are knocking on the door once again.
Marquette was very lucky there. They could have been, had the Metro-East Lutheran could have tackled that ball on the 40-yard line of Marquette.
So here is the give to Peebles, and he is hammered to the turf. Big number 74 for the Knights. Grant Mitchell just got a beat on Peebles, and now Peebles a little shaken up as he gets up, kind of flexing just to see if everything's still in its right place as he lost a yard on the play.
Yeah, Grant Mitchell, one of the few seniors on this Metro-East Lutheran squad, and he really hit Peebles. Peebles has been hit many times this year, but he's a tough kid.
And he's still holding his back as the Explorers ask for a timeout. It comes with 5:33 remaining in the first half. The score, Marquette 41, Metro-East Lutheran nothing. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
One of the greatest myths about car dealers is that some pay less for their cars than others. Hi, I'm John Roberts, and we all pay the same. Here at Roberts Motors, we can compete with any Ford dealer, regardless of how big they are or how great they say their deals are. The number one concern of anyone buying a car today is service. At Roberts Motors, we pride ourselves in exceptional service before, after, and during the sale. Stop in today and see why Roberts has been the home of happy customers since 1949. Or see us online at RiverBender.com.
And 11 for the Explorers. Now they go with the wedge formation. Everybody in tight with an up back right behind the left guard. Sometimes they snap it directly to him. They snap it to Aguirre, and they're going to run a pass play by Simmons down the field. He's got his man for a touchdown. It's Trey Aguirre on the reception. That was a trick play. They lined up in the wedge formation and kind of did a little wing back around to Jesse Simmons like he was going to sweep the left side. He stopped, whirled around 180 degrees and threw the ball down the right sideline to Trey Aguirre, who made the reception at the 5 and walked in for the touchdown.
And Sam, he was close to getting getting sacked there. Jesse was very calm, made a great pass to Trey into the end zone.
Well, it was Aguirre to Simmons for 3 touchdowns thus far tonight, and that time it's Simmons to Aguirre for a touchdown. That from 26 yards out. That's Aguirre's first reception of the season, Simmons' first pass of the season, and it's a touchdown pass. And the senior connections continue. And the extra point attempt by Liam Mayer, and it's up high, long, and good. He might want to start just tapping him a little bit. We're concerned about his leg. And with 5:25 remaining in the first half, the score now is Marquette 48, Metro-East Lutheran nothing. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
At Shell Community Federal Credit Union, you are important. We work hard to ensure you have the best banking experience possible. Whether you are inquiring about opening a savings account or wanting to learn more about a loan, our professionals are here to help you with any questions, and we will walk you through every step of the process. Since opening our doors in 1935, we've never forgotten that our members are our most important asset, which is why we continue to excel. For all your banking needs, Shell is the one place to go.
Aguirre for 4 years throwing to Jesse Simmons, and one time we're going to set it up and let Jesse throw it to Trey, and it worked for a touchdown.
Oh yeah, that's one of those plays they practice at the end of practice, and
they got to run it in the game. Now Mayer's kick, and this one hits at the 2 but rolls into the end zone. He's wearing out. He's kind of slow going back to pick up that tee. Let's see, that's 7 kickoffs so far here in the first half for Liam Mayer.
Yeah, you just don't
leads at 48-0.
You just don't want to see a kid exert themselves and get hurt here.
Well, I don't think he's going to get hurt, but he's. I'm sure he kicks it more than 7 times every night in practice, but nonetheless, not very often you kick off 7 times in the first half, and we've still got almost half of the second quarter yet to play. The Knights, who have shown a couple of bursts, have picked up a couple of first downs. By the way, Marquette 12 first downs on the night to Metro-East Lutherans 2, and here is the give to the up back, and that's Allen, and Allen is met by 4 Explorer tacklers who push him all the way back to the 10-yard line, but they'll give him forward progress to about the 17, which would be a loss of 3 yards on the play. Malik Allen, 10 carries for 37 yards, but they just can't get any consistency. They've had a couple of nice runs, a couple of 12, 15-yard plays, and 1 pass completion on the night, but the vast majority of their plays have gone for 0 or nothing. 2nd and 13 Knights from their own 17-yard line, and here's the give to Allen, looking for a hole. If he finds a hole, look out. And he's running people over. He's still on his feet. He's got first down yardage and still going. There is a flag on the play. He's across midfield and finally dragged down from behind all the way down at the Explorer 45-yard line. But the flag is lying all the way back at the 20, and it's holding against Metro-East Lutheran. And you almost even hate to see that. What a run by Malik Allen.
Yeah, that was a great run, and so much of it was on his own.
But it's all for naught. So Allen, a senior, and he's one of the kids from Madison, and this is his first year of high school football. They've not had a football program at Madison, and you look at a kid like that, and he's got some physical skills, and it's just a shame he didn't have the opportunity to play for 4 years in high school, because I think he might have made some noise.
Yeah, I was speaking with Coach Angleton before the game, and he was talking about so many of these kids have never played organized football before, and it really is unfortunate, but they're competing.
2nd and 18 for the Knights from their own 12-yard line. The clock stopped with 4:24 remaining in the first half. Here's a pitch back and a running play to the right side, and that time it's Wilson. And Wilson picks up a yard out to the 14-yard line, and it's going to bring about 3rd and long for the Knights. The Explorers leading it here 48-0 on senior night. A nice crowd on hand and a beautiful evening for football. A jacket, sweatshirt, sweater.
It is a great night tonight.
Some garb called for, but it's the kind of weather football should be played in.
Oh, yeah.
Not those 95-degree nights we have early in the season. 3rd and 16 for the Knights from their own 14-yard line. Jones back to throw, launches it deep down the left side, and it's incomplete. Overthrew his intended receiver out there. Good coverage by the Explorers. That was Swingler again. Swingler, the freshman, has seen some action there in the defensive backfield this season and seeing a lot of time on the field tonight. He'll be somebody we'll be watching for several more years.
Well, it's encouraging that Marquette does have a number of underclassmen. They have 5 seniors, but they've got a large contingent of underclassmen.
Jesse Simmons stands out at the 45, awaiting this kick, fields it over his shoulder back at the 50, looking for some running room to the right side to the 40. He's got a picket line, 30, 25, 20, 15, cuts it back at the 10, still on his feet, being hemmed in at the 5 and brought down right there. What a return by Jesse Simmons, a 45-yard punt return. And, boy, he's got some speed. He had a picket line down the left side. The Knights finally hemmed him in at the 10. He cut it back inside there, found another wall of tacklers, cut it back outside, and couldn't break through at the 5-yard line.
That really started, Sam, with the catch. Jesse has great hands, and he has good speed, but that was an over-the-shoulder catch on that punt return, and it all started with that.
Now, Trey Aguirre comes off the field. And I think he might have lost some pads or whatever, and so it's going to be Brady McAfee at quarterback in the pistol formation with a lone receiver out to the left sideline, and here's the give to De'Avion Peebles to the left side. Peebles, I think, was stripped of the football. Was he? No, he was just tackled down at about the 2-yard line. Oh, it is Metro-East Lutheran ball, yeah. Peebles was stripped of the football as he tried to put a move on it about the 2-yard line, and he got the football out there too far, and they stripped it away from him. So the Explorer turnover, their second of the night, and the turnovers are even at 2 apiece, but the Knights dodge a bullet right there.
Well, again, it's 48-0 Explorers, but the Explorers have turned that ball over twice. It could easily be 55-0.
Well, that'll be a teaching moment for the sophomore Peebles because you've got to have ball security. He had one man to beat, and he tried to put a move on it, and in doing so kind of held the ball out there like a loaf of bread. And the defender just grabbed the football and stripped it away, and now 1st and 10 for the Knights from their own 2, and there's a whistle and a flag. And it is illegal participation by the Knights. They may have too many people out there. At any rate, that'll be half the distance. Move it back to the 1-yard line, and it'll be first and 11. They didn't have too many guys out there, so they may have had somebody maybe with their mouthpiece not in or whatever. And here's a give to the first man through, and it's a safety.
It's a safety, yeah.
The Explorers tackle him in the end zone. And the ball carrier is down and injured. I think Sam Stem was the first one to get to him and make the tackle for the safety.
Yeah, it was Sam and it was James Malone. And they again, you're just not going to run in the middle against these Explorers tonight.
So two more points on the board for the Explorers makes it 50-0 with 3:02 remaining in the first half. And Marquette will receive the free kick that Metro-East Lutheran will get away from the 20-yard line. A reminder that following the game, we will name the Munganast Alton Toyota Player of the Game.
At this stage, that's a little difficult, Sam. There are a lot of offensive weapons, but there are also a lot of these defensive players who have made a number of tackles, and they're dominating both sides of the ball.
Well, Trey Aguirre has completed 12 of 16 passes for 226 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's caught a touchdown pass of 26 yards from Jesse Simmons, and Simmons 6 receptions for 128 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then, of course, the touchdown pass that Simmons threw. And so the Knights are going to tee it up at their own 20. They have the option to punt it or to place kick it, and they're going to elect to place it on the tee, and Jesse Simmons stands back at his own 24-yard line, awaiting this free kick from the Knights. After the Marquette safety made it 50-0. And here's a high short kick, and the Explorers upmen grab it at the 50, back to the 40, still on his feet at the 35, and down to the 32-yard line goes Jace Mag, a sophomore. He was one of the upmen up at about the 50-yard line. He grabbed a football and returned it about 18 or 19 yards.
Yeah, at first, Sam, I didn't think they wanted to grab the ball, and it appeared 3 of them, the Explorers, were looking for that, and Mag ended up coming up with it, made a good run, but it appears we've got a penalty. No, we don't.
And the Explorer offense back in business, and they're signaling to the sideline. They were 1 man short. Aguirre still not in there, and I don't know if they've just taken him out because he's had a big night or if there's an issue. He's here on the sideline and appears to be fine, and it's Brady McAfee at quarterback, 1st and 10 Explorers. And here's a give to Brian Nagy. Nagy working, or actually Jeremy Strable, and Strable running to the left side, picks up about 5 on the carry down to about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, I'm glad to see the Explorers are starting to bring in some underclassmen. I just saw number 24, Garrett Weiner, has entered the game. Garrett is a 5'7" freshman. Tough kid.
Yeah, Nagy's here on the near sideline along with Aguirre, a number of the offensive starters, and now whistles and flags with the snap. And it's going to be a procedure call against Marquette, their 3rd penalty of the night. The thing you hate in a blowout victory, 50-0 on senior night, is that a lot of your senior starters are not going to get to play as much as they'd like to, but at some point in time you have to take the foot off the accelerator. Leading 50-0 with still 2:40 remaining in the first half. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Brady McAfee, the junior, he's a southpaw. In the pistol formation, takes a snap and hands it to the running back Strable, and Strable gets a short gain on that play. May have actually, well, no, they're going to give him forward progress to the 30 for a gain of a yard, and it's going to be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, they gave him 1 yard there, Strable, and again, Strable's a good athlete. He's not a Peebles, but he's making some progress in here.
Receivers left and right. A wing to the right. And here is McAfee keeping it himself. Lots of running room to the right side, to the 25, to the 20, and dives forward to the 18-yard line. And a 13-yard pickup by Brady McAfee and a first down for the Explorers.
Sam, that reminded me of the old, a few years ago when Marquette was running the Wildcat. And Brady McAfee took that ball, went around right, and had a great block by Jernigan, the senior.
The 13th first down of the night for the Explorers. Simmons still in there at wide receiver. Jernigan a wide receiver. And McAfee at quarterback. with Strable in the backfield with him. Strable to his left, and here is the give to Strable. The mesh didn't work. The ball hit the ground, bounced right back up into Strable's hands. Strable still on his feet and bumped out of bounds at about the 11-yard line, and that was a lucky bounce for the Explorers, a 7-yard gain for Jeremy Strable.
You're right. Strable dropped that ball, and it came right back up to him. That he went right past a great block by Sam Dooling. Sam is the 5'10", 205 senior, another one of the seniors in this Explorer group.
It was almost like a basketball dribble. If he'd been on a basketball court, dribble once and
well, you can tell like. Explorers have everything going for them tonight.
3rd and 4 at the 12 for the Explorers. Here's the give to Strable once again, and this time he spun down for a loss on the play. There was no hold to the right side, which is where he wanted to go, and it's going to be a loss of 4 on the play, and it's going to bring about 4th and 8.
Yeah, Jeremy Strable's getting up a little slow. Looks like he twisted his ankle a little bit, but
I think Peebles is down here on the bench. He has not returned since he was shaken up earlier in this quarter, and he's sitting alone down here on the bench.
He sure is.
So he's not up on the sideline with his helmet on like some of the other starters who are taking a respite here. Now 3rd and 8 Explorers at the 18, and here is the give. Strable once again right up the middle and nothing doing. He lost a couple as the Knights sealed that play off, and actually that time on the carry it was Swingler. Swingler was in there in the backfield, and that was a 3rd down play, and so now we're going to have a long field goal attempt, a 40-yard field goal attempt by Liam Maher. The spot by Aguirre, and the kick is up high, plenty long, and it's good. A 40-yard field goal by Liam Maher that would have been good from 50. And with 0.6 of a second left in the half, the Explorers get on the board. And I guess we're going to have a kickoff. So they hurried, didn't take a timeout, and hurried and got out there and got the kick away in time. And are the officials saying the half's over with less than a second remaining?
I don't know, but I tell you, Liam Maher has really demonstrated the strength of that foot this year. With the 48-yarder a few weeks ago, the 40-yarder he just kicked. He's going to get a lot of attention next year, Sam. The way that this kid is kicking the ball into the end zone, and he's becoming a very good kicker in this high school.
That makes it 53-0 on the 40-yard field goal by Maher. See, I thought I heard the siren go, but it shows 0.6 of a second left on the clock, and the officials say, well, we have to have a kickoff. Both teams were kind of heading for the locker room, and the officials said, nope, you better come back. We have to kick it off. There's time remaining on the clock. So Marquette leading 53-0, and for the 8th time, Maher will kick it, and he'll kick it 2 yards deep into the end zone, and so now they'll have to run a play.
I didn't understand that play, Sam. Had he hit the ball and
just
squibbed it, it would have been halftime. Now you give this Metro-East Lutheran an opportunity to score, and they do have some athletes.
Well, Marquette scored 34 in the first quarter and 29 here in the second quarter. And now Marquette sends a defense out there. I say a defense because it's not necessarily the defense. And they're all out there counting, making sure they've got 11, which is the allowed number. You can have less than 11. You just can't have more than 11. And here's the give to Wilson. And Malik Wilson on his way, and he might go all the way. He will go all the way. It's going to be an 80-yard touchdown run for the Metro-East Lutheran Knights on the final play of the half. Malik Allen, 80 yards for the touchdown, and we've told you how fast he is and how strong he is, and he burst through a hole at the line of scrimmage, and before you knew it, he was on his horse for 80 yards and the touchdown, and that's why you probably should have squibbed it.
Yeah, Sam, that they should have squibbed it. You're going to have the special teams. They're going to get an earful at halftime. Coach Steffen, the special teams coach, I guarantee you, he's not happy right now. They had this shutout going, but these are kids. Liam Maher, he's only a junior. He made a great kick into the end zone, but you've got to play smart.
And now, from the I formation, they'll go for the two-point conversion. And they're going to throw it into the end zone, and it's incomplete, and that will bring around about halftime. At the half, the score, the Marquette Explorers 53, Metro-East Lutheran 6. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
You tuned into the game for great local sports entertainment. But where do you turn for quality local banking services? Take advantage of the full range of products and services that are provided by local people at CNB Bank and Trust. CNB Bank and Trust, a real community bank, locally owned and reinvesting your deposits right back into the local communities. Your local CNB Bank and Trust, Illinois' oldest bank, established 1854, member FDIC. Now, back to the game.
The Knights, and out across the 20 to the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Metro-East Lutheran will start 1st and 10.
That's the second time that Liam has not kicked it into the end zone. He's having a very strong night.
A reminder that following the game, we'll name the Munganast Alton Toyota player of the game. And we've got some backups in there for the Explorers on defense. We'll try to pick out how many of the starters are still in there, if any. And on the first down play for the Knights, from their own 26-yard line, here is a running play out to the right side, and that goes nowhere as Antoine Glasper, a freshman, his first carry of the night. And Glasper picks up about 3 on the carry out to the 29-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that was a good tackle by another freshman from Marquette, Zach Forte, a 5'7", 185 freshman.
I'm not sure we're going to see anything of the starters here tonight unless they put the seniors in near the end of the game for a final play or two. 2nd down and 7 for the Knights from their own 29-yard line. They put a man in motion now. They had 2 men in motion. There's the flag. And here's Kennedy sweeping the right side, but that'll come back. A 5-yard walk-off because they had illegal motion there. They had 2 guys moving at the same time, and you can't do that. So the Knights, they've got a lot of underclassmen in there too. Well, they don't have many reserves. They've only got, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 or 6 guys over there in uniform, and 2 of them are sitting on the bench like they're shaking up. It is illegal motion against Metro-East Lutheran, their 5th penalty of the night. And they'll walk it off 5 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about 13 for Metro-East Lutheran from their own 23-yard line.
This is encouraging, seeing Marquette with a number of these freshmen and sophomores who don't get to play a lot are in the game right now.
On the 2nd down play, the quarterback sets up in the pistol formation. 2 receivers to each side of the field, and here's a handoff, and the running back looking for some running room to the left side. And Malik Allen takes it out to the 27-yard line. A gain of about 4 on that carry, and it's going to bring about 3rd and about 9.
Trayvon Swingler, another freshman, made that tackle for Marquette along with number 17. And I don't have 17's name. It's not on the list, Sam, or the roster.
On 3rd and 9. Who is it? Kyle Begnell is number 17. So 3rd and 9 for the Explorers from their own 27-yard line. Here is the give, and the running back trying to find some running room to the left side, and he is hemmed in. Swingler for the Explorers, one of the first to meet him, and then a host of Explorer tacklers in to grab the running back, Javion Wilson, and Wilson gained a yard, and it's 4th and 8.
And that was Caleb Ware, another Marquette freshman, who was key in that tackle.
And so an apparent punting situation for Metro-East Lutheran. We played 4 minutes here in the third quarter. They're going to keep the offense out there on the field and try to convert on 4th and 8. I guess they figure they've got enough practice punting. They may as well keep the offense out there. Receivers left and right, backs in the I formation. Here's the pitch back and a sweep to the right side. And they're going to get first down yardage and then some out across the 40 to the 45 to the 46-yard line goes the running back, Jerry Watson. And a pickup of about 20 on that carry and a first down for the Knights, their 4th of the night.
Yeah, Jack Parker, a freshman, a 5'10", 165 freshman from Marquette, made that tackle. Had he not made that tackle, Watson would have gone all the way.
The clock continues to roll with 7:05 remaining in the third quarter. Marquette leading at 53-6. Here's a running play right up the middle, and the running back again breaking tackles. Again, that's Jerry Watson Jr., and he crosses midfield. And other than the 80-yard touchdown run on the final play of the half, that's the only time Metro-East Lutheran has crossed midfield. A 6-yard gain that time for Watson.
That was Alex Tesson who made that tackle, number 70, a junior from Marquette. He's playing nose guard, and he's hanging in there pretty good for the Explorers.
2nd down and 4 for the Knights. Backs in the I formation, and here's a pitch back, and running play to the left side, and that is sealed off by the Explorer defense, and a gain of only a yard for Watson on that carry. And it's going to bring about 3rd and 3.
2 freshmen made that tackle. Trayvon Swingler from Marquette and Caleb Ware. Again, they've got a number of freshmen and underclassmen in this defense from Marquette right now, and it's got to be exciting for these kids to be playing.
Well, I know the coaching staff told me early in the season and said we don't have a lot of freshmen, but they can all play. 3rd and 3 for the Knights at the Marquette 46-yard line. Jones takes a high snap, turns, and the handoff, and a running play out to the right side, and good pursuit by the Explorers, and they seal off Malik Allen and throw him for a 2-yard loss. Allen looked like he had a head of steam, but the Marquette pursuit was there, and a 3-yard loss on the play for Malik Allen.
That was a good tackle by Zach Forte, another freshman. Forte's he's fundamentally sound. He tackled the Metro-East Lutheran runner. Forte's 5'7", 185. He looks like a football player.
4th and 6 Knights at the Marquette 49-yard line. And they keep the offense on the field. Receivers left and right, backs in the I formation. They converted last time. And here is Malik Allen trying to turn that left corner. He does. Down the left sideline he goes. That's not Allen, that's Watson, and he goes all the way for the touchdown. That's actually number 36. That's the same guy that had the long touchdown run in the first half. And a 49-yard touchdown run. That young man's 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Knights are on the board.
Yeah, Watson's got speed. He's a big kid. He's strong. And when he got around that left side, he had one person, and they just couldn't keep up with Watson. He's got speed. And again, it's giving them a little bit of momentum. And it's got to be encouraging for Metro-East Lutheran to score a few extra points on Marquette.
Now they'll go for the 2-point conversion. The score comes with 4:34 remaining here in the third quarter, and the 2-point conversion attempt is no good as the Explorers tackle the man in the backfield. And so with 4:34 remaining in the third quarter, the score now is Marquette 53, Metro-East Lutheran 12. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Roper's Regal Beagle, located on Godfrey Road, is the Metro-East premier sports bar and grill. Open Sunday through Thursday till 2 a.m. and Fridays and Saturdays till 3 a.m. At Roper's Regal Beagle, you will enjoy some of the area's best pizza from their wood-fired pizza oven. There is also a full kitchen offering a huge variety, as well as a soup and salad bar. Sports fans, Roper's Regal Beagle is the place to watch the game. 27 TVs, NFL ticket, Big Ten, Pac-12, and streaming local high school sports.
So the Metro-East Lutheran Knights have scored 12 unanswered points, scored on the final play of the first half, and then put together a long touchdown drive here to start the second half, and now they try an onside kick, and it doesn't go the requisite 10 yards. And it rolls dead, and the Explorers will get the football at the point where the ball rolled dead. And actually, that ball is not dead. It's a live ball, and it's still laying. Now, I guess finally they blew the whistle. Marquette could have come up and grabbed that football and taken off down the field. And they threw a flag, so they'll call that. Marquette will decline that penalty, I'm sure, and take the ball at the 44 of the Knights. It only rolled about 5 yards, and then it started rolling backwards. And now they're going to roll the clock, and Marquette will start 1st and 10. But for a long time, the ball was just lying there, and they hadn't blown the whistle. Metro-East Lutheran couldn't touch it, because if they did, well, they'd have blown the play dead. And that's what Metro-East Lutheran should have done, is covered it. And Marquette really could have picked it up and run it in for a touchdown, because the Knights were all walking off the field. Now here's a running play. Swingler on the carry, and Swingler will struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Actually, he loses about a yard on that play.
Yeah, it was a great idea for Metro-East Lutheran. They just didn't execute.
So a loss of about a yard on the play.
Young man from Metro-East Lutheran on the opposite sidelines looks as though he's got a cramp. I hope that's all it is.
And so we've got an injury timeout on the field. A reminder once again that following the game, we will name the Munganast Alton Toyota Player of the Game. We've got 3:19 remaining here in the third quarter. And with the injury timeout, and yeah, they're attending to the player as if it were a cramp. If it were anything else, they wouldn't be pushing on his leg like that. And if you've ever had a cramp, you know how bad they. Sometimes I think you have a cramp, you wish you had a broken leg.
Well, when I see something like that, Sam, I say, "Where's the pickle juice?"
That's Matt Hofert. My name's Sam Stem. The injured player is now hobbling to the bench, hopping on his one good leg, and they'll continue to work on that cramp. And, with only about 15 or 16 players dressed, most of these guys are going both ways, playing every special team. And even though it's a cool night, you're susceptible to cramping up. 2nd and 11 for the Explorers at the 45 of the Knights. And here's a quick swing pass out to the right side. It's complete, but it'll go for a loss as Cameron Rainey, a sophomore, went high to catch it. The quarterback now is Jace Mag, 5'7", 135. He's a sophomore. And he completed that pass to Rainey, but it goes for a 5-yard loss as Rainey had to jump high to catch it. And when he did, he came back down to the ground and fell down, and that killed the play.
Yeah, that was close to a lateral, actually, and Rainey did a good job just catching that ball.
So 3rd and 16 for the Explorers at midfield. There are no starters out there at all as far as I can tell. And Mag, the sophomore, at quarterback, barks out the signals. He takes the snap and drops to throw. 3-step drop. Lets it go down the middle. He's got his man. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Marquette. Caleb Ware made the reception, and what a pass by Mag. It goes for 50 yards for the touchdown, and the Explorers are on the board again. A sophomore to a freshman for the touchdown for 50 yards.
That's encouraging to see because it's the underclassmen getting the opportunity, and Mag made a great strike to Caleb Ware. He outran his opponent and was able to run it in.
So another touchdown pass for Marquette. 5 by Trey Aguirre, 1 by Jesse Simmons, and 1 now by Jace Mag to Ware for the touchdown. And the extra point attempt off the toe of Liam Mayer, and he boots it through. And with 2:03 remaining in the third quarter, the score now, Marquette 60, Metro-East Lutheran 12. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
You tuned into the game for great local sports entertainment. But where do you turn for quality local banking services? Take advantage of the full range of products and services that are provided by local people at CNB Bank and Trust. CNB Bank and Trust, a real community bank, locally owned and reinvesting your deposits right back into the local communities. Your local CNB Bank and Trust, Illinois' oldest bank, established 1854, member FDIC. Now, back to the game.
Even Liam Mayer gets a respite. Jack Parker will kick it away for the Explorers and angles it towards the near sideline. The Knights pick it up. Oh, they say the ball went out of bounds. Actually, I thought the return man picked it up, then stepped out of bounds, but they say it rolled out of bounds at the 20. And so the Knights will have the option to take the football or make the Explorers re-kick. I'm sure they'll take it out at the 40-yard line, and we'll be underway once again.
Well, again, this is encouraging. They're allowing all of these underclassmen to come in, get this opportunity to play. With Parker kicking there, Liam Maher, he's done a great job tonight. But it's time to turn it over and get these Explorers ready for playoffs.
1st and 10, Metro-East Lutheran from their own 35. The clock rolling with 1:10 remaining in the third quarter. Marquette leading 60-12. And here's a pitch back and a rush to the right side. That's Watson. Watson still on his feet. He's already scored twice. And crosses midfield and takes it down to the Marquette 47-yard line. A gain of 18 on that carry. And another first down for the Knights.
That was a good tackle, solo tackle by Garrett Weiner. Again, a 5'7" freshman. You've got to hit these guys low, and that's exactly what Weiner did.
Likely one more play and the quarter will end. Marquette with the lead, 60-12. Looking to post their 5th victory of the season, and they'll go to Mount Olive next Friday night, needing a victory to get a playoff berth. Here's the handoff and a straight-ahead running play, and the running back cutting it outside. That's Wilson, and the ball is loose, and the Knights lineman covers it out at the 44 of the Explorers, so that'll end up being about a 3-yard gain on the play by Wilson.
Yeah, that was. Oh, I'm sorry, Sam. That was a smart play by freshman Derek Trampy from Metro-East Lutheran to jump on that ball because it was live.
That's the end of the third quarter. The score now, Marquette 60, Metro-East Lutheran 12. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
You tuned into the game for great local sports entertainment. But where do you turn for quality local banking services? Take advantage of the full range of products and services that are provided by local people at CNB Bank and Trust. CNB Bank and Trust, a real community bank, locally owned and reinvesting your deposits right back into the local communities. Your local CNB Bank and Trust, Illinois' oldest bank, established 1854, member FDIC. Now, back to the game.
It's 2nd and 7, Metro-East Lutheran at their own, or at the Marquette 44-yard line as we begin the fourth quarter. Marquette leading 60-12. And here's the pitch, and Watson's going to try to sweep the right side, breaks a couple of tackles, has first down yardage, breaking tackles still inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. And a pickup on that play, 15 yards for Watson, and another first down of the night for the Knights. Their fourth of the second half, and their 7th of the night.
That was a good tackle by 54 Brandon Boos. He's a 6'2", 220 sophomore, so he's going to be here for a few more years.
1st and 10 for the Knights at the Marquette 28-yard line. And the straight ahead handoff, and that's Wilson. He breaks a tackle and then takes it inside the 25 down to the 24-yard line. A gain of 4 for Wilson. Wilson, a freshman.
A good tackle by Cameron Rainey, another sophomore, another future strong player for Marquette. So it's really encouraging to see these underclassmen coming up and getting this playing time.
Matt Taschuti, the head coach of the Metro-East Lutheran Knights, trying to build this program. Now in the co-op with Madison High School on second down, 2nd and 4. And they want to throw, and they launch it down near the end zone, and that's a touchdown. Kennedy with the reception, Kendall Kennedy, and it goes as a 23-yard touchdown pass on that play to Kendall Kennedy, who got open behind the Explorer defense. The quarterback delivered a nice ball, and Kennedy grabbed it and stepped into the end zone.
Yeah, that was a good pass play. It was a good reception, and again, it was a little bit too much speed for the Explorers.
23-yard touchdown pass to Kendall Kennedy. And they'll go for 2 out of the I formation. Now with 18 points on the board for the Knights. Here's the pitch back, and Watson is chopped down before he can get to the goal line on the tackle for Marquette. A nice tackle was Jack Parker. And so with 10:26 remaining here in the fourth quarter, the score now, Marquette 60, Metro-East Lutheran 18. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Well, sir, after some serious consideration, I'd like to put in my 15-year notice.
You're quitting?
Technically retiring, sir. With a little help from my State Farm agent, I plan to retire in 15 years.
Wow, you're totally blindsiding me here. Who's going to manage your accounts?
Well, I'm going to finish packing my things. 15 years will really sneak up on you.
Jennifer will do your exit interview, and Adam made you a cake.
Red velvet.
Oh, thank you.
I made this.
Take charge of your retirement. Talk to State Farm agent Tom Lane to help you plan for your future today.
Sam Stem along with Matt Hofer back at Public School Stadium in Alton. Marquette leading it, what is it? I lost track. 60-18. The points have come so fast and furious. You got to keep your focus or you'll miss out on what the score is. Senior night, 5 seniors on the roster for the Explorers, and we're going to have a special moment here in just a moment. Here is the return by the Explorers, and that's number 24 for Marquette, Garrett Wiener, and he returns it, and so the Marquette offense out onto the field, and senior captain Brock Terry has not played all season long. He injured his leg, a severe injury early in the season. He's been out all year. He's in uniform tonight, and he is into the football game. He's going to play one play right here. And they've just made that announcement to the crowd here. Round of applause. And Brock Terry onto the football field.
He's a popular kid, Sam. He's a very popular senior at Marquette.
He was quite a loss for Marquette. There's a direct snap to him, and he just goes to a knee because they don't want to risk any further injury. But he got in for one play on his senior season, and what an emotional scene out there. They had all 5 seniors out there on the field, and now they're going to applaud them all as they come off the field. James Jernigan, Trey Aguirre, along with Jesse Simmons, Sam Dooley, and number 20, their senior co-captain, in for his one play of the season, Brock Terry.
That was a classy move, Sam. It just, seeing Terry go into that, working so hard and having that injury.
And the thrill for his teammates to see him out there on the field. They direct snapped the ball to him. He took a knee. They didn't want to risk any injury whatsoever. Went for a 5-yard loss, and now here is Mag on the quarterback keeper down the right side, and he picks up about 10 yards on that play. The clock continues to roll with 8:25 remaining, so they got all 5 seniors in for that one snap, including Brock Terry. They snapped it directly to him. He took a knee, and then All the players on the field surrounded Terry and the other seniors, and they were announced as they left the field. Their home football field here at Public School Stadium for the final time, at least in regular season action in their Marquette careers. It's always a bittersweet moment for any player at any school. You love playing on your home field, and you hate when you have to step off for the last time. Now Mag out to the left side, picks up about another 10 yards before he slips out of bounds down at the 32-yard line, and another first down for Marquette.
Yeah, you speak about the last time on this field. We've got so many memories, whether it's from, and I played in the 70s. I know that with my son playing a few years ago, it's such an emotional time, especially the last game.
So another first down for Marquette, 1st and 10 at the 32 of the Knights. And here's the give, a running play right up the middle. Now they kick it outside to the right side, and that's Cameron Rainey on his horse to the end zone for a touchdown. Cameron Rainey from 32 yards out. Marquette on the scoreboard once again.
Rainey took that opening on the right side. He was he had speed, and no one could touch him. He's another really talented sophomore on this team who's going to get a lot of playing time in the next few years.
And now a little confusion. They don't have everybody on the field for the extra point conversion. Liam Maher will kick the extra point. So Trey Aguirre's not done yet because he's going to hold now. They've got too many out there. This looks like a Chinese fire drill. I guess that's not politically correct to say that anymore, but you get the picture. Players running in, running out, and Liam Maher boots it through. The extra point is good. And with 6:56 remaining in the fourth quarter, the score now, Marquette 67, Metro-East Lutheran 18. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
At 4204 Main Street Brewing Company, we believe that great food paired with our own locally brewed craft beer is a staple in life, and we want to share that experience. At 4204, you will find a menu that complements our very own award-winning craft beers, and we serve the area's best 100% certified Angus steaks and burgers. You can find us in both Alton by the Alton Square Mall and at our original location at 4204 West Main Street in Belleville. Come visit 4204 Main Street Brewing Company today for an experience you won't soon forget.
Parker for the Explorers. Jack Parker again kicks it out of bounds, and the Knights will start 1st and 10 from their own 35 as Marquette has increased its lead to 67-18. It was 34-0 Explorers at the end of one quarter, 53-6 at halftime. Marquette outscored the Knights 7-6 in the third quarter, so it was 60-12 at the end of three quarters, and now it's 67-18. Here's we play midway through the fourth quarter. Don't forget the Munganast Alton Toyota Player of the Game will be revealed following the game. They had a nice ceremony before the game, and you were down there with your daughter. All the seniors for all the fall activities honored here on the track before the game.
Yeah, that was really a special day for these seniors and the parents.
Receivers left and right. Quarterback in the pistol formation, high snap. It was actually the Wildcat formation, and the snap was high, and the freshman running back had to go up and pull it down. It hit the ground. He grabbed the football. That's Wilson, and he's thrown for a 5-yard loss.
Yeah, it looks as though the two running backs, Malik Allen and Watson, are both out. It looks as though they both have some cramping problems on the Metro-East Lutheran sidelines, and it's hard when you're playing every play.
Now second down for the Knights, 2nd and 15. I've never seen a clock tick so slow. Must be the cool weather. Now a high snap over the head of the running back. He goes back and covers it at the 10-yard line. Again, that's Wilson, the freshman. He's not a very big guy, and the center snapped it over his head twice. The first time Wilson went up and knocked it down. This time he couldn't get up that high and just had to run back to the 10-yard line and cover it up. And now it's 3rd down and 35 for the Knights, and the clock ticking ever so slowly with 4:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. Terry Mitchell, our clock operator over here, laughing at me. Mitch, speed that thing up. Come on, buddy.
You've even got the chain gang over on the other side, Sam, yawning.
Now the Knights want a timeout. It comes with 4.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. The score, Marquette 67, Metro-East Lutheran 18. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
We still have 4 minutes and 30 seconds to get through here in the fourth quarter with Marquette leading 67-18. Third and 35, Metro-East Lutheran, and a running play to the right side. And running back, that's Watson back out there after being sidelined earlier. Takes it out across the 20 to the 21 or 22 yard line, a gain of 12 on that play. And it's going to be fourth down, fourth and long for the Knights. And they'll likely just keep the offense out there. They punted plenty in the first half. But here in the second half, when they face fourth down, they've just gone for it, and they've converted a couple. Marquette has played its second and third teams in some instances, beginning late second quarter and all throughout the second half. So fourth and about 23 for the Knights, and now we've got a delay of game penalty against Metro-East Lutheran.
Well, at least the clock's still running.
Yeah.
You hate to see that,
That's
though.
one where I don't think anybody would have complained if the officials had just kind of forgot the count and just let it go. But at any rate, away we go. Fourth and 28 now, I think, or something like that. And a passing play. The quarterback sets up. He is hit, and he is sacked. The Explorers' second team gets a sack in there. Is that 54 or 64? I think Brandon Booz.
Yeah, it was Brandon Booz. He's a big kid, and Brandon is, again, he's a sophomore, and he's the future. He's 6 foot, 220 pounds.
I don't think there's enough time left for Marquette just to take a few knees here. So they may have to run a couple of plays, and the fear is that somebody's going to break loose and score. You can't tell them not to try. You just can't do that.
No,
that's when
you can't.
Somebody gets hurt. You have to go out there and play the game the way it's meant to be played. And
well, it's these kids getting this opportunity,
yes,
and they want to capitalize on this, and you can't blame them.
And they want to play well. Marquette leading 67-18 with 2:05 remaining in the fourth quarter. First and 10 Explorers at the 15 of the Knights as they take over on downs. Jace Mag, the sophomore, has played most of the second half at quarterback, and here's a straight-ahead handoff. Right up the middle they go, and that time the running back is met in the hole. That was Zach Forte. Forte, a freshman, 5'7", 185, and he'll learn next time not to be so upright when he hits the hole, because he was standing tall and got nailed by a shoulder pad right in the chest.
It looks like he might have gotten the wind knocked out of him, Sam. But he's flat on his back right now, and I hate to see that.
That's why you don't run standing straight up. So you gotta lead with your shoulder pads going into that hole, and so he's a bit shaken up, and they're out attending to him. Again, following the game, we'll name the Munganast Alton Toyota Player of the Game, and we'll remind you of our sports programming tomorrow here on the Big Z, 94.3 FM, 1570 AM, and streaming live at AltonDailyNews.com. By the way, all of our high school sports broadcasts are archived for on-demand listening, so you can go back and listen to the game anytime. You can listen to a game from 5, 8, 10 years ago anytime. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock, Sports Talk. Sports Director Brent Berkland in with scores, highlights, coaches, interviews, and more. And then at noon, Alton and Edwardsville, complete play-by-play coverage of tonight's game between the Redbirds and the Tigers. Following that, about 2:15, Roxana and Staunton from the South Central Conference. 2nd and 10 Explorers as they roll the clock once again. And on the second down play, they've got the quarterback Mag in the pistol formation with 2 backs behind him. And here's the straight-ahead handoff, and that running play goes nowhere. And it's going to be 3rd down for the Explorers. That was Swingler on the carry that time. And we're down to less than a minute remaining in this one, the senior night game for the Explorers, the final home game of the regular season. Not likely, well, almost impossible for Marquette to get a home game in the first round of the playoffs. But if they can go out and post a road victory in round 1, they'd be back here for likely a second round playoff game.
And you never know, Sam.
You never know.
With the way they're playing and with the way that Aguirre's throwing that ball.
Now Marquette will take a knee, and that'll be the final play of the game, and it'll be on to Mount Olive next week to try to qualify for the playoffs. Mag, long count. Don't draw them off. We don't need a penalty. And there's the knee. It comes with 10 seconds remaining. They'll count down the final 10 seconds. The student body will rush onto the field to greet their victorious Explorers. The final score, Marquette 67, Metro-East Lutheran 18. Back to wrap it up in just a moment. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.